brilliant.
Oh, a lot of breath on that one.
That was a little tough to hear.
Oh,
Or,
man.
can
I'm
you
wearing
guys-
socks. Yeah, I didn't think to wear shoes for that one.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I had to like really stomp to get it going. Hello, everyone. My name is Josh. Welcome to the Chan Rand podcast. If you didn't know, this is an explicit show, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds to listen to something else. That is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck! Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck.
I thought we were gonna do Am I Evil?
Oh, no,
for
I
a
thought you were
second.
gonna do the pipe part while I did the drum part on Fox.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, right. Sorry, let me catch my breath. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck.
Fuck,
Fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck.
Fuck, 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 fuck you.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
Fuck, 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 fuck you.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
Fuck, 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 fuck you. Fuck, fuck, fuck you. Everybody, fuck, fuck, fuck you. Everybody in the audience, come on, here we go.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
Fuck, 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 fuck you.
Oh, it's you. Fuck.
And your mom too. We're putting that on the record.
Yeah, no,
The Chanarant record when we do it.
Keep that on the Chanarant album.
Rab says it best. Patreon dollars at work, people.
Listeners can review the show on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, etc. You can send us emails at chanarant.com. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or if you're Australian, Snapchat. Check out the Chanarant store, chanarant.com. We got new merch.
We do. It's very exciting, actually.
Yeah, we
This
finally
is
got
a shirt
some
I
stuff.
actually might buy.
Oh, the Bagpipe Baphomet shirt.
Yes, this is a good one.
That's a good one.
Actually, I know I'm going to buy it because it's free for me.
Yeah, exactly. Now I have a question because there's red, black, and green.
Red.
I want to do like the army green one.
I'm going red for sure.
Oh,
The red,
yeah.
you got to go Chanarant red.
That's okay, man.
But I understand that. The black is not bad because that's going to be like a good metal shirt. If
See,
you go to
I
a
don't
concert.
have the skin tone to wear red.
Yeah, I do. I pinks and reds are my kind of color. Yeah,
Yeah, when I'm wear red, I look like a candy cane.
that's true.
I'm too pale.
Yeah, that's a bad choice. Yeah, absolutely. But you always got to offer a Chanarant red for people, of
course,
so they can feel part of a team. I guess.
This episode is brought to you by our patrons, patreon.com/Chanarant, those lovely folks who are watching this stream right now and paying their one coffee a month to experience the shit show.
Yeah, good luck with the rest of this episode. This is
Last-
our last one of the year, probably.
Probably, yeah, because we both have to travel. Last but not least, invite and share with your friends. Odd open.
Hey, Josh,
Yeah, Fusco.
you know what really sticks a fuck in my little drummer boy?
What is that?
When you come to the end of your pipe band year and you have a big meeting and everybody, well, not everybody comes.
that a big- was that a
no,
big
it wasn't.
meeting?
Half the people come to discuss the future of your organization, band, all the things that are going to happen, and then people just fight you all the way on
This is not going to be no future, no hope part 2, is it? I hope not.
it. No. This
This is all future, all hope.
See, one of my favorite
Episode title, Josh,
Absolutely.
when you're editing
Yeah,
this.
when you're editing, remember
when you're
this.
editing this in March.
Exactly. No, this is okay. One of my favorite stories of all time. I like when I watch movies and things that really resonate with me, is always the turnaround story. So I love that moment.
The underdog.
No, not necessarily the underdog, but that too. But that moment when the hero, the protagonist, whatever it is, maybe hits rock bottom, whatever it might be, but then makes a decision. And the decision point is the important point. And you see this in like potentially Rocky movies. One of my favorite movies of all time is
So
called
at what
Ravenous.
point-
Let me finish. This movie Ravenous, where the hero basically is just down and out, and he finally makes this decision to. He's like, I'm just gonna fight the evil, man. I'm just gonna do it. He was a coward the whole movie, right? And that's the moment here. I think this is where we're at. Like, I made a decision, and we'll see if hope comes back.
I was going to draw a completely different parallel from
okay.
Ravenous. I was going to draw like a Batman v Superman parallel. Like at what point as you were about to stab your band with the kryptonite spear did you realize their mom's name was Martha too? And you just stopped.
I haven't seen the movie, but I know where you're. Now I get it. Is that what happened in that movie?
That's what happened. That was the whole climax.
That was what they. Just
Wait,
the
our
fact that
moms,
their mothers are
our
named-
moms had the same name.
Oh, I guess we can relate to each other. Yeah, I get. No, that was not it. What I did feel
Jesus
come to
Christ.
realize.
How much Taco Bell?
I haven't had any Taco Bell. Oh wait, last night I did. You're right. It takes about that much time. So.
Doing the mental math in my head.
So anyway, what was the question?
Describe your experience. I mean, we have a lot to get into.
Yeah, should we wait? That's our topic, I guess. But
That's kind of our topic. So we can get into kind of the AGM and like you. Is this like a No Hope No Fate Redux, or are you back on the upside?
I'm on the upside.
See, okay, so this will be interesting. And if we tease it now and then
Let's
deliver
tease it.
later, people will listen to the whole episode and we'll get more views.
Yes.
So that's
and it's all about the views, people.
Welcome to capitalism.
And
Sorry,
buy the new shirt.
Yeah, buy the new shirt. I'm going to. So real quick, I want to do a plug for Shatter the Moon.
Yeah, you guys didn't get to hear it, but you definitely saw it. But that's okay. Go to shatterthemoonband.com or our YouTube channel and watch the video.
Yeah, there's a couple decent. There's a cameo in the music video from the man, the myth, the no longer biped himself.
It's the last video of
Angus walking.
There's last proof of Angus walking upright.
Yeah, I don't want to get too far.
Boy, we timed the recording of that video.
God, thank God we got it in when we did. When the 4 episodes that haven't been edited come out, you all will learn about this. So if you're following on the audio podcast, you already know this. But yeah, my 77-year-old father fell and broke his leg because he was too stubborn to use a cane, and I would give him more shit if I wasn't also a stubborn bastard.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be you in 40 years.
See, but for me, I tried this with him, and this would definitely work on me. Like when I'm an old man, if I ever make it that far, like what would work on me is be like, oh, but this is a sword cane. So if you gave me a sword cane, I would always have my
sword
cane.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because I'd be like, well, yeah, because even if I didn't need it, I'd be like, oh, sweet, like I got a fucking sword if I need to. That's how you convince old people to use canes, by the way. I figured this out.
Yeah.
Too late. I figured it out too late. But yeah, no, he fell, broke his femur, and it's awesome. It's super fun.
Yeah.
Super fun helping a 250-pound man wipe his ass. This is what all EMTs and nurses do, kids. Except they get paid.
All right, so fast forward real quick. I wouldn't even say 20 years. Let's give it 10. Somewhere in downtown Las Vegas.
Yes.
Josh,
I like the setting.
Josh in scrubs walks into Fusco's apartment to wipe his ass because he can't get himself to the toilet. There's no way my ass is holding out another 10 years.
No, not in a million years.
Maybe 10.
I would just drill a hole in your bed.
Just put a bedpan in there.
Yeah, drill a hole. I'd put a bedpan, drill a hole through the mattress, through the bottom part of your bed, and just have a bucket.
That's a great idea. And
Because
just
the bedpan ain't gonna hold.
No,
I've
if
I've stayed in hotels with you.
what do they call those things like from 1,000 years ago? The piss bucket or the shit bucket, whatever they called it. Oh, there's a word for that.
Yeah, I know that like in royalty there was the master of stool, the person who would like remove
Is that really
the
a thing?
king's shit bucket. Oh yeah.
Well, I did not know that.
Yeah, no, but a bedpan ain't gonna do it for you, man. We've stayed together in hotels
my God.
way too often.
Oh my God. I poop like 3 times a day and they're all huge.
Yeah, there's no way.
It's probably Taco Bell, but it's
Is it,
it's my addiction
is
to
it Taco
Bell.
Bell?
Yeah, but yeah, that's coming. By the way,
The only person that's eaten more Taco Bell than you is the Chihuahua from the Yo Quiero Taco Bell commercials, and he's dead from eating Taco Bell.
I'll be honest. Somebody that can challenge me in my Taco Bell addiction is Zach, the singer of my band, the bass player singer.
Zach
He
can do it?
Loves Taco Bell.
Oh my
like
God.
him and I are like fucking. It's great.
I want to do a taco off.
Oh my God.
If we get how many boxes of tacos? Because they do the box.
They do. There's like a number 10 or number something that's like 20 tacos or some shit. I don't know.
So who can eat more Taco Bell tacos?
That's That's going for content. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I am
Taco Bell
legitimately
content,
interested.
or sorry, not Taco Bell content. Shadow of the Moon content. Zach versus me.
Yeah,
I
like,
bet you.
I'm interested, and you have money, so
That's right. Oh yeah, we can afford it. Well, I can, but Zach's.
I
That would
would-
be pretty.
I would
pretty good.
happily film that bit.
Can we film the after effect? Like the Marvel credit scene will be us just fucking
You guys
losing our
could do
shit on a
that.
toilet.
You have to teach your boys how to do like we used to do when we were separated, and you had to do it on your phone.
Just record everything.
yeah, you gotta record everything always,
Yeah,
and then
they-
just drop it in a drive.
They're bad at that. Yeah, but we're training them, so it'll be fine.
But yeah,
that's
no,
a good. That's a good bit.
I would be interested to know because I've seen you put fucking down some Taco Bell.
Well, I can put down tacos, like any tacos, doesn't matter, but Taco Bell.
Yeah,
And
I
Zach,
wanna.
Zach can kill Taco Bell.
I kind of want
amazing.
to. I kind of want to see the Zach v. Fusco.
That's a good idea. Somebody write that down. Where's my? Fuck, I didn't bring my idea. No.
You didn't bring your notebook.
But
I'm
anyway.
just gonna put it under the even open notes. Zach
The Taco Bell thing.
v. Fusco.
I'm curious, Rab's out there. When you were in the
Taco
U.S., Rab,
Bell.
did you ever get to sample Taco Bell? Because it is arguably the greatest fast food.
Well, if he had
Of all
diarrhea, he definitely got to sample Taco Bell.
Not all Taco Bell is the same. I'll tell you what, California Taco Bells are terrible.
All right,
compared to-
I'm gonna trust you to keep up on the comments, and I'm gonna keep moving through stuff. Do
That's
we have
fine.
comments we have to address?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Life checks. How you doing, bud?
Jesus Christ. It's too early for life checks.
Life checks is the start of the show.
I do have some exciting news in my life.
Oh, are you getting engaged again?
No. For the first time... Son of a bitch. For the first time in 11 years. 11 years. You ready? Drum roll. Give me a drum roll. I have health insurance.
Motherfucker. Look at you.
Thank you, Obamacare. I can now afford health insurance thanks to an incredible government subsidy for people who are poor.
Oh, this is.
You might want to look into this because
I've had this.
I'm not talking like free, not like Medicare, but I'm
on,
paying for
I'm
it.
I'm on Medicare.
Oh no, I'm paying for it, but it's just incredibly cheap. Finally, the exchange opened this year again, and I can afford healthcare. Thank you, Dojo, for not paying me minimum wage.
Thank you, Dojo, for not paying me enough to get health care.
Well, they don't supply it, but hey.
Speaking of which, chanarant.com/suckless. Get your
Yeah, absolutely. Trust me, this healthcare ain't cheap, but like, help me out, people.
get your $1 30-day premium test drive. That's right? That's the whole thing.
I think so. I don't remember which ad we're running right now, but
You
yeah,
always-
sure,
you
it's
always
close
giving
enough.
me shit all the time. Yeah.
It's $1 for 30 days premium, and then you get shit on by either Cam
No,
Drummond
you got to pay $30 to get shit on by Rab.
or Tim Gatehouse. Either one
Also,
of them will
Rab
shit on you.
Matheson, not Rab Lennox.
Right. No, I meant Rab Matheson or Cam Drummond, our good friend of the show, Cam Drummond. They will shit on your playing for
Executive producer of the show, Cam Drummond.
future third wheel when we can move him to the U.S. But yeah. Anyway, very exciting times. I finally bought health insurance, and it's
So
I'm
have you gone to the dentist? Have you gone to the doctor?
it doesn't kick in till January 1, but I paid for
Have you
it.
gone to the cardiologist?
I haven't been to anything in 11 years.
I haven't
Not a
been to
thing.
anything in like 7.
I went to the dentist right before I went to Ireland because I had
This is one of the things that's going to be fun for our international audience.
Because they're all like, "What are you talking about?
You
Everything
can't
is
just
amazing."
go to the doctor and
You
it's
can't
free.
go to the doctor or dentist and just have shit done. No, you can't, people.
One time, this came up on one of my interviews. One time, I got 5 stitches in my hand because I cut myself with a saw. I had health insurance. The hospital didn't bill my health insurance and then billed me $1,030 for the hospital stay.
Oh, I can.
And then I got collection. They immediately sent me to collections, and I got collections notices for years. And then I went to go check up on it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And they're like, "Oh, well, no, never mind. Like, we sorted it out. It's all fine." Still on my credit report.
Oh yeah. No, they'd love to fuck you over.
They're monsters.
It's a horrible system, and I will go to my grave. And all my conservative family, who are all super conservative, like, I just want you to know that this is what you asked for.
Everybody is until they're super sick.
And yeah, everybody's conservative because they don't want to spend tax money that they're not paying themselves anyway for this. But anyway, let me tell you a fucking story. When I was 23-ish years old. Right after college, I got my first job. I was working for GE, General Electric.
I know
so
what GE
lucky.
is.
I got
I'm
so
sorry,
lucky.
International,
Yeah. I got so lucky because I got my job. My health insurance kicked in right away because when you work for a major corporation, like it's usually pretty good insurance. Literally within 4 months, like I had appendicitis, right? Appendix went to shit, and I didn't know. Like hospital stay, surgery, like immediately you go right under the fucking knife. They cut it out because it's dangerous.
Well, otherwise it kills you.
Yeah, it kills you. Like, and I saw the bill for it because a very similar situation happened where it went to my house or whatever it was. It was like 60 grand, and they didn't send me collections. None of that happened because my insurance took care of it. But I was like, holy fuck!
Oh, dude.
I was like in a hospital for like 2 days. They threw me out as quick as they could.
So I do poor people insurance right now because I'm applying for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fancy way of being very either self-employed or unemployed.
Right.
And it was like, so I have a persistent condition. I've talked about it on the show before. I have psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis. So it's like, okay, like I get like shots basically.
Mm-hmm.
That
Like steroids or whatever?
Yeah, they make my skin and nails and hair not fall out.
Right.
And I
can't wait till you end up bald like Robert Watt and we get to make jokes about you.
About me looking like a cock with teeth. Dude, I would look like the discount Lex Luthor with my big ass fucking nose. There's no way. Yeah,
oh, this is going to be great.
My big ass nose and like gingerness, it'd be like discount Lex Luthor. But so like I do shots and whatever. And I remember I was talking to my folks, and my parents don't fully understand what it's like to be, not
immune deficient
30 years into a retirement,
right? And with government jobs, with incredible
with government
coverage.
jobs and amazing coverage.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, yeah, like basically, like my skin's falling off, my nails are falling out, and it's horrible. And like, well, what if if you don't get covered, what's the cost of the treatment? And I was like, well, I have to get 2 shots, basically like once a month, and it's $30,000 a shot without coverage.
Oh my god!
Oh. And they're like, oh, and like, don't get me wrong. Luckily I'm poor, so I qualified for poor people coverage.
Right.
So I get a different shot that's not as effective.
But it's
like every 4 weeks, but it fucking does.
But it's
okay.
like half the job, so good enough.
Dude, better than nothing. I haven't disintegrated in front of you.
It does like half the job, so it's like every sexual experience you've ever had. Like it's pretty
every
close.
Sexual experience you ever had was half the job.
It's like pretty close. It's like I got her like halfway there.
So she got you all the way there.
Oh, of course. Like,
but you got her half.
I'm very
the way.
selfish. I'm a selfish lover.
That doesn't surprise me.
Unless I have whiskey dick, I'm a selfish lover. I'll tell you what.
See, I'm a greedy lover.
Explain.
So the way that I look at it is...
This is the Christmas episode, by the way.
It's Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's funny.
I've already explained this to my significant other, so she already knows. So
she
Megan,
learned this from experience.
So Megan, you can't get me in trouble.
You can't get.
Yeah, can't get me in trouble for this. So I was always a person because I typically punch above my weight class. Girls prettier than me. That's not hard to do.
It's shocking.
Yeah. I'm
I'm
a hatchet-faced prick. Like,
yes, you are.
you're not going to tell me anything I don't already know.
That's a great line.
But yeah. So basically, my math that I use on this situation is always like, give more than you receive.
No, that's your musician mentality. Like I have
no.
I have no worth, so I need to provide value.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
the thing for me is like because it'll create a mindset. Sorry, when my significant other eventually sees this, but it'll create a mindset. Well, actually, I've done this with multiple people, where it's like, yeah, like, hey, like let's give 3 for you and 1 for me, because
is that the ratio? Is that the successful ratio?
Typically, because like a male's refractory period, right? It's long.
It's long. It's a long period of time. So you're right.
So if you overload the first, and just be like, here's you, bang bang bang. Here's me. Boom. Snuggle, cuddle. Let's watch Emily in Paris.
You're so gay, dude. Josh is the gayest heterosexual I've ever known.
And you're just like, yeah, like that creates a deficit that can never be repaid.
Yeah, like you're banking You're banking. You've got a savings account from
Not to mention the fact that I'm an alcoholic.
a sexual
so
savings account.
Sometimes I just don't.
You don't?
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, nah, not tonight. You good? Okay.
All right, I'm going to sleep because, quite frankly, it's been a hell of a day.
20-hour days are rough.
Listen, anxiety is a hell of a drug. It'll fuck you up, man. When
I don't know.
you don't know where your next
I don't know that I'm
meal's
super
coming from.
anxious. Are you?
Oh, you
are
probably
you?
do. I bet you do. Like you have like PTSD or something of that nature. I bet. Yeah. Oh, I have. I don't think I have. Not like anxiety, like people that like, get the shakes and that kind of thing. Like not like an anxiety.
But what's
attack,
what's your
but
what's your anxiety like present as? Because it's all kind of the same demon. It just presents differently, right?
I think so. I think so. Yeah. Well, it could be anything from like a drinking problem.
Well, you should just know that we both have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that shouldn't give you anxiety.
So no, it doesn't give me anxiety, but it's a sign that you're trying to self-medicate against an anxiety issue. Or I also have theories that I have ADHD or something, but it could be one or the other because they're very similar symptoms.
I would happily support a theory that
It's
you have
one of those
ADHD.
Two. But I think a lot of those two things are
I've
tied.
known you for almost
18 years, something like that.
Easily 18 years. Yeah, I could see you having a little bit of ADHD.
Oh my God,
You're squirrely.
Oh, big time. It's either that or anxiety. But I came across an ad recently where it was like all these symptoms for anxiety. I'm like, oh my God. Like, but I've never had an anxiety attack per se. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get
IMDbing shit.
No, it wasn't IMDb. Really?
Yeah.
You mean what? That's movies and shit.
No, the International Medical Database.
IMDb is the International Movie Database.
Oh, that's not medical?
No.
That explains why I see Tom Hardy so much there.
You see C. Thomas Howell, you're like, oh my God, I can relate to this guy. No. IMDb is the movie
C.
page.
Thomas Howell, that's your...
I love that guy as
That's
a
a
fucking
deep
kid.
fucking cut, dude.
Deep cut, man. That guy, I used to wonder, like, in the 90s, like, whatever happened to that guy? Because he was awesome. I loved him in the 80s.
Probably.
Probably, you're right. Like all 80s actors.
The same thing that happened to everyone in the 80s.
Who's Iron Man?
Robert Downey Jr.
Unlike Robert Downey Jr., C. Thomas Howell did not come out of that correctly.
He didn't bounce back.
He didn't bounce back from that sweet Outsiders money that he got. But
yeah, I'm sure that was an awesome $450.
It was like a Martin
Outsiders.
Dude, that was like a Martin Scorsese film, or the other guy, one of the two guys, I forget. But anyway, what the fuck were we talking about? Oh, anxiety issues. What?
So how has your therapy been going, Fusco?
Well, now I might be able to afford it because now I have health insurance, people. You're going to see a gentler, happier Pipe Major Fusco at Pipe Band. Probably not because I'm an angry motherfucker, but we shall see.
Damn.
Yeah. So anyway, so the anxiety thing, man, that comes up. I'm starting to think. I've never had anxiety. Well, maybe one time in my life I had an anxiety attack back when I was like super broke about 6 years ago. When I was like I'm like a couple lessons away from like homelessness. Like it was like it got real hairy there for a little while. It wasn't quite that extreme, but it was close enough where I was like up at night worrying about it. Right? I've talked about this before, and I haven't been that in a long time. But it like creeps into your life in little ways, from as I understand, which I've only learned recently because I'm starting to look into things. And it's like, obviously like, well, drinking problems, anger issues, like lashing out at things, like the fuck that I can't stop moving. There's like, that's a huge thing, But then again, that could also just be drummer syndrome.
Tappy fucks.
We're just happy fucks. I mean, I just do that. I've been doing that since I was like 13 years old. So I don't know. It's a whole thing. What's next on the list? Come on, move on.
Oh, yep. Sorry. But thank you for our vision into your psyche.
It's very scary out there.
Hey guys, if you're not on the Chanaran Discord, should be. Chanaran.com/Discord.
You recently became part of the Dojo Discord.
Yes. Yeah, I realized that my idea for the Chanaran Discord was not only hijacked, but also improved distinctly by Andrew Douglas.
Well, everything he does is an improvement. I mean, that's just what he does. He analyzes and analyzes and analyzes.
I'm not upset. I was just like, holy shit, this is dope.
Yeah, no, it's good. And he keeps, I mean, people complain because it's tough to, when you first get on Discord and you don't know how to mute shit, it's like overwhelming because it's like nonstop pinging.
It's not, so this might be a generational gap for me. Just because I know how to manage
how to
applications in order to only get the important notifications, right? Like that's a thing that just I inherently grew up with. So I'm not that worried about like, oh, I'm going to get blown up by notifications 24/7. No, it's just, you just mute the ones that don't involve you. Mm-hmm. If someone @s me, I'll get a notification.
It will tell you, yes.
But it's also a learning curve. And the thing that blows my mind consistently when it comes to fucking boomers and technology is like, well, if you don't put the right 3060 mixture in this carburetor, this truck ain't gonna run. And then they're like, why can't I work this app? I'm like, no, it's the same thing. Like, you just modify it to do what you want it to do.
Right.
Like, it's simple stuff.
But here's the thing, though. We apparently need to have we need to have like a education session. By the way, the dojo has those called orientation sessions, where they teach you how to use the technology so that you can manage it so that it works for you.
But I'm also blown away, and I'm going to go on a boomer rant.
Go ahead. We've got nothing but time.
I have the distinct fortune of being raised by two parents that never really had to know how to do anything, and got paid.
Well, it's government life, government jobs.
Yeah, like you get a government job and you don't really like. My father, as much as I love him, had a secretary to take his typed up emails and put them into an email.
Did he type it on a typewriter? Like, how did he do it?
I have no fucking. I think he just like put it on his computer, and she had to go into his office and fix it and then send it.
Right. That sounds like me as pipe major and Camille as my assistant to the pipe major.
And that's the kind of thing that frustrates me, as I'm like, buying Mexican drugs on the street market to have like Advair or something.
You talk about like when that time you're at the 4th floor of the parking garage up above the
No.
California
I'm
hotel?
talking about like medicine.
Oh, actual medicine.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, I can't afford health insurance. Like, why? I'm like, well, because
capitalism is a joke, people.
Yeah, because strangely enough, I know how to do like 1,000 things, but I wasn't old enough at the right time.
Yep. I've got no pension and no fucking health insurance, people.
I had the same thing when I was fucking working back when I used to work corporate, and I had to I'd have my bosses send me stuff in the middle of my workday that had nothing to do with me and be like, can you convert this to a PDF? And I'm like, how do you not know this? I'm not tech.
Yeah, you're just a marketing guy. Or conceptually, you're supposed to be anyway.
That's okay. It's a big fucking stupid snake that's gonna eat its own tail. So I'm not too worried.
When American society eventually falls apart, because about every 300 years, that's what happens. Yeah. We'll see who's laughing last when we're holed up in Josh's house with a lot of guns and a penchant for supporting each other, just much like the certain crews of The Walking Dead.
But anyway, did we plug Discord?
That's why we're on the sidebar.
All right, Joe Brady x Isla.
Oh, I don't think we're supposed to talk about this.
We're not supposed to talk about
No,
this?
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Isla has the hots for Joe Brady. You heard it here first.
Yep, you heard it here first. Wait,
so Fusco, what's new at the dojo?
Are we doing an ad or is this for real? A real question?
No, I'm asking you what's
Do
new.
I need to go into marketing mode or
What's
no?
new?
Oh my God. So there's so many new things at the dojo. One, which we're going to talk about in our topic of the week if we ever get there, is how great the freedom phase and more importantly, the 11 commandments can be for you.
I didn't know about the 11 commandments, so I haven't logged in a while.
Correct. That's new in the last 3 to 4 months, maybe. So Dojo is giving people until January 1st, essentially, to do the 11 commandments / 5 challenges, and then January 1, the 5 phases lock down until you do finish those. So essentially what I love about this, and this is people hate this because it changes their mentality, is the 11 commandments teaches you how to learn. And this is a significant part of anything. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Because school doesn't teach you how to learn.
No. Well, college, I think, does a little bit, but not high school.
But by the time you get there, you already have too many bad habits.
You're already fucked.
It's just like when you're playing in a service band or like a low-level band, and then you get to the dojo.
Yeah, it's a little too late. Sometimes.
It's never too late, dude. The human brain.
Well, it depends on your mentality, though. It's all about, if you're open-minded, it's not too late. But for most people, especially adult learners, that's the problem. But anyway, the thing about the 11 commandments and the 5 challenges is Andrew's trying to set down, like, all right, one thing we need to all agree upon is that we need to learn how to learn first, and or learn how to let go of our ego and all the various things that go into that.
This is very like Pai Mei and Kill Bill.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but yes, maybe. I've never seen Kill Bill. I'm not into samurai shit. Like, karate movies don't interest me, any of that. So I was like, I love what's his name?
Dave Carradine?
No. The director.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. Love him, but I'm just not into
you should sit down and watch Kill Bill.
Should I? All right, I will.
Both parts. 1 and
2. But the point is, learn how to learn first. Learn what's effective as a learner, and then do the learning part. And that's it. Okay, so it's getting some resistance. People are resistant to it at first because it forces you to come to terms with the reality of where you're at and what your process is. Nobody wants to change the process, and that's the problem with pipers, pipe mans. The traditional model is that we think we know everything, but we don't. But we all think we do, and we're all guilty. I'm guilty.
Well, you get into a like self-improvement versus self-destruction argument.
Sure, potentially, like a whole Fight Club thing, right? Masturbation, right? So self-improvement is masturbation or whatever. But yeah, the idea is to like break down the walls of like what gets in our way, and that's really important part of this. So anyway, that's what's new at the dojo. January 1st. You're fucked. You got to go through those challenges. Guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to listen to pipes for 2 hours a day for a week. Is that so bad? Like, I don't know. That doesn't sound so bad.
It's only bad if you don't like...
If you don't like pipe music. But why are you playing this instrument if that, So anyway, that's what's going on. Join the dojo. What is it again? Channeran.com/suckless. Matt Biggs just joined the dojo. Thanks to us. Thanks, Matt, for joining the dojo, by the way.
Drummer Matt,
he's learning pipes as well. He plays lots of different things. And Matt Biggs out of Utah, he's going to try the dojo method and see what happens.
So I'm skipping around here. We recently got to hang out with JD Ingrahamanamanam.
We did. He came to town last weekend, which was quite exciting.
It was good fun.
I'll tell you my honest opinion.
Of course.
Whenever somebody comes to town, I'm like, fuck. Why do they come to town?
And then you're like...
Literally, when I was pulling up to the fucking place, you guys were hanging out, and I'm like, I had 2 gigs that morning. I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta go socialize. I'm like, I don't want to do this. And you brought him somewhere downtown, and I showed up, and I'm like, I could just go home. I could just easily go home and not do this, right? And I walk in, I meet him, like, this is great. I love this guy. Yeah, he's a great guy. Like, this is awesome.
It's the classic. It's a classic Vegas band thing of like, oh, someone's in town. We got to take him out. We got to show him a good time.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, that sounds.
And then as soon as we're hanging out, it's the pipe band mentality, man. It's always just like people like, oh shit, yeah. Strangely enough, we get along. It's just weird how that happens.
It is, and JD's a good dude.
JD's
that also
awesome
helps.
Dude.
Occasionally running dickheads, but
he was there for his little bro's birthday. Rowdy's awesome as well.
His little brother turned 21.
They 21. Were doing
the whole Vegas thing.
Oh man.
They did a strip club thing.
It was a rough go.
The gambling thing. They did everything that's like the Vegas thing.
Well, and Rowdy doesn't really drink.
No.
Yeah, so he was just like but he held his own.
He did all right.
Yeah, he did good.
I met him. He did this whole thing. I'm going to show it to the camera. Stand up for a second.
Of course.
So when he met me, I walked into this bar.
Oh, I have to stand up as well.
Yeah, you're going to stand up right here so the camera can see it. So like I sit down, I was like, I see JD, and I walk up to JD, and I'm like, hey. And he was like hesitant. He wasn't going to hug me. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Stand the fuck up. We're going to hug. So we hug JD, and then I meet his brother, and he comes, and he's like, shakes my hand. He's like, hey man, I just want to say it's really lovely to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. It's like, like really uncomfortable right now. He
Yeah,
did this
he's-
whole like very genuine.
He's a bit spiritual and or insane.
He's on the line. I don't know which way to judge it, but
It's somewhere
he
in
did the double hand over hand handshake. I'm like looking around like, is this
Well, he is
like
an
am I in
act-
camera? Like what's happening right now?
He is an actor.
Is he?
Wow.
I thought he was a farmer. JD said he was like he grew up on a farm or some shit. Oh, was that all an act? I don't fucking no idea. So I was and he was also drunk as shit.
Oh
at that
yeah,
point.
he got drunk really fast.
Yeah.
I didn't. Here's how I knew I had a problem, because these guys were hanging after like 2 bars, and I was like, oh man, we're not even started.
Right. Oh, it was early, but granted, they were like all weekend. So, so let's see, what night was it? Must have been. What night did I meet you guys? Did you meet us out? Was it Saturday or it must have been Saturday? So JD, like I went home, we hung out. He's like, hey, let's get together later, and I went home and took a nap because it was a fucking long goddamn day. And so I started messaging him at like 8 o'clock. Hey man, let's I'm starting to get my second wind. Let's make it happen. And I'm like, do you guys want to get something to eat? He's like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So like it was like 9:30 by the time we actually got it together, and I took him to Latai because that's where I take everybody.
It's a great place.
And he was staying at El Cortez, which is right across the street. So met him at El Cortez. His friend never made it. The brother never made it. It was just him and I. I was like, oh, we're having a great time. JD and I fucking eating spring rolls and goddamn curry or whatever the fuck. We had a great time.
3-color curry at Latai.
That's fucking phenomenal.
Superb.
Oh my god. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. JD is about what you'd expect. What you see on the air is what he is, and I really appreciate that. He's a good dude. I am on board. I'm on Team JD right now.
They were both very fun.
Let's create Team Joe Brady and Team JD shirts because they will appreciate that on the East Coast.
Who's gonna know the difference?
I don't know. They look very similar. They're both scrawny little people. Joe's got a rich wife. JD's got a hot wife. Not to say that each others are not the same, but that's the most significant thing. That
Rowdy's probably got a mail order wife.
By now, he probably does. Do we tell that story? Should we leave him?
Leave that hanging.
Yeah. Let's just say there was some interesting shit happening.
So we're getting far ahead. I got to do some quick
Do your thing.
plugs, and then we got to get to topic. You okay with that?
Yeah, do it.
Episode 200 of the Chan Rand podcast. What will it be? Why? Will it be just everything quitting? Stay tuned. New merch. chanrant.com/store. Check out the Baphomet tee. I think that's what it's called.
I don't know what you called it, but it's a good one.
Still way behind on audio edits.
It's
Sorry, kids.
it's
You
a
should
Baphomet
be,
playing
you should be a
bagpipes.
Patreon, and then you wouldn't have to wait.
Exactly. But they won't get that tip until February.
What does Fusco want for Christmas?
Is that a genuine question?
I'm assuming a good pipe band.
That would be amazing. No, I don't even want a good. Well, I would love a good pipe band, but I want people that care and try, and work towards it. Because you can't. I mean, good, bad is luck a little bit talent, a little bit God's gift, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I just want, but I guarantee you, what you're not going to have is a good player if they don't attempt it. It doesn't matter how much talent you have. Once you hit your max talent, it's all the same, right? So I just want people that care and want to go for it. You know what I mean?
This episode brought to you by the following sponsor. This episode of the Chan Rant podcast is brought to you by MacLellan Bagpipes, proudly made in North America by artesian bagpipe maker Roddy McClellan from Eust, Scotland. At MacLellan Bagpipes, they don't strive to be the biggest, fastest, or the cheapest. They do, however, meticulously craft a small number of the best sounding and most beautiful looking bagpipes in the world since their beginning in 1988. Over the years, MacLellan Bagpipes has established a solid reputation for rich, warm, and stable tone, created with incredible craftsmanship and instruments of heirloom quality and unparalleled beauty. Head to BespokeBagpipes.com to learn more about their innovations like the new Elevation Chanter, which features a lower-pitched richness inspired by the classic top hand of older chanters and sustainable solutions like the Revelation Bagpipe, a Delrin instrument featuring bores lined with a cellulose polymer sleeve giving you the structural benefits of a Delrin instrument while maintaining a refined wood-like sound. Check out MacLellan Bagpipes' diverse line of instruments and learn more about their restoration work on vintage bagpipes by visiting their website at bespokebagpipes.com. MacLellan Bagpipes, born in Scotland, made in the USA. And we're back. Welcome back to the Chanaran Podcast. Our topic is the AGM aftermath.
Oh my God, people! It's so dramatic. There's so much going on.
So I
Can you hang up on everybody real quick?
I'm
Just
no
the whole show?
longer on the board. You are not. So I only get snips and snippets of what's going on. You want to do this? Oh God.
You don't want to do it?
Oh, send it.
Okay.
I'm gonna sip though because
No, that's fine.
I can sip 101 bourbon. Just via being a dirty redneck. Gotta take these goddamn goggles off.
Can't see shit in this
Can't
light.
see
The
anything.
lighting here is terrible. It makes my penis look bigger, but other than that,
You
it's
need to be
useless.
Blasted to tits. That was a funny thing that a lot of people did when they came to the concert that were Chanaranners, and they're just like, I don't recognize you. You have eyes.
Very beady eyes, but you have eyes nonetheless.
It's like, have you seen Good Omens? It's like Crowley.
Oh yeah. There's so many people that were at that show that like came like performers that probably has only ever seen you on the show.
Probably.
So they wouldn't
have
know.
never seen my eyes.
Yeah. That's a good point. I never thought of that. Yeah.
They're blue and sexual.
Is there a joke there that I'm missing?
No, it's just how my eyes are.
Oh. Very good point. That's exactly me.
I
So-
wear these to protect you.
Yeah, it's all about protecting the ladies, and well, some of the men, to be honest.
Although nobody needs to know.
No, we're all on the spectrum somewhere, people.
So how'd the AGM go? Speaking of spectrums.
So, AGM, band AGM. You talking about
I haven't been to a different one.
annual general meeting, as it stands for those internationally that don't bother to have a nonprofit organization.
Alpha Golf motherfucker.
So once a year, most bands in the U.S., probably Canada, having a meeting where they decide on, like, essentially they discuss what's going to happen for the next year, more or less. This was like nuke it time. Like, if you heard the No Hope episode, which most of you have probably, I was
Dark.
full on ready to nuke it.
It was pretty dark.
And I swear to God, like a week before the meeting, we had a meeting with myself, Josh, Mike, and Tim, the two lead drummers, the four of us, about like what are we gonna do going forward. And that was where I realized that Josh did not realize how serious I was about on the No Hope episode. He was
I did not realize it at all.
he had no fucking. He was
I thought you were doing a bit.
No, I was not doing a bit. That was 100% my feelings. There was no joke about that at all. And like we had this meeting with the two drummers, and we're like discussing like where we go from here. And Mike, the quote unquote lead tip, more or less, fuckface. For Chanaran fans, fuckface, or COVID Mike as we now call him.
I think he prefers fuckface.
He does. That's how bad COVID Mike is.
It's not a good nickname.
But anyway, he was like, man, I listened to your episode about No Hope. That was like the first one he listened to ever. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. But anyway, he was like, I had no idea that you felt this way. And he was very supportive, as was Tim. Tim is always a good guy. Tim is Chum, by the way.
Chum.
Yeah, Chum, the very handsome New Zealander.
Fuckface and Chum.
That's a great pair name. It's Foucault and McGurgan and Fuckface and Chum.
Fuckface and Chum.
But anyway, we had this meeting, and let's get to the point. Where I sent out an email where I essentially said, this will not continue in the future. So we have three major choices. One, vote me out, and then somebody else comes in and leads it, which is fine. I have no hard feelings. I've done this a long time. I promise you, this will be easier for me if you do this. I will not be mad. Two,
That was your hopeful choice.
that was my hopeful choice. Two, quit the band. Like, you can quit. This is really choice three once you hear choice one. Choice one was vote me in, and this is what we're about to do. because something's got to change. I can't do this anymore.
Choice 1 was, get me out of here.
Well, I positioned it as choice 2, but yes, in my head it was choice 1. So choice 1 was, we got to change things. Like what we've been doing is not working. I am not happy. Nobody's happy. You're not happy. Yes, you guys aren't happy when I'm not happy because I'm an asshole when I'm not happy, right? So the idea was, all right, we're going to change some shit up.
In
so
their defense, you're an asshole when you are happy.
That's it's like half true, but yeah, more or less. So anyway, this is what I proposed. If you vote me in, this is what's going to happen. 1, every piper in the pipe band is going to join the dojo. 2, every piper in the pipe band has to pass phase 4 before I have another practice again, another in-person practice. Part 3, 4 of us will get together and practice in the meantime, prepping music, working shit out,
getting the breaks down,
doing advanced stuff that we can prepare, so we have the time to prepare. Part 4 of that was we're gonna say no to everything. Gigs, St. Patrick's Day, Highland Games, the concert maybe, but I wanted to phrase it in a way that would shock people. So I was like,
well, the concert thing is the only thing that's going to shock people.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But I was like,
nobody
all right,
else wanted to play any of the other things.
Some of them were arguing for the Vegas games, but not everybody. But anyway, the point was like, I want to shock them and be like, no, we're not going to do a fucking thing until you get your act together. That was my point. I just wanted to shock people a little bit. And I put the concert in there because it's so far in the future. It's like, it's hard to say no a year from now. But essentially I want to be like, yeah, we're going to go in like assuming it's a no until you prove otherwise. That was my plan, right? And that was it. That was basically my proposal. Like, vote me in, and this is what's going to happen. Vote me out. Do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
And there were so many nominated folks right next to you.
There was a whole line of people that were like, yeah, I want to take over and lead this goddamn motley crew. Who else was there? Who else wanted to take over? Who's the first person that nominated me as soon as I gave this presentation?
Oh, me, I
You.
believe. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
just want to go on record. I nominate you. Do I have a second?
I don't know anyone else dumb enough to take the job.
Well, that's for sure. Dumb enough is a big...
Well, you also, I wouldn't say you're a dumb person. I would just say that, like, it's tied into your personality to a certain extent. Like, your personality, both online, offline, and also, like, the way you live your life, it's tied into being an authority in pipe band.
I see where you're going with that, yeah.
And also, you'd be the only person that could do the fucking job. So, who was I going to nominate?
That's true. But, yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
And that's the most important thing. Take that individually, every person along the line.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going to do it.
But to be fair, when I took over this job 14 years, whenever it was, 2007, I knew nothing. I was in Seamus's band for maybe 2-3 years, maybe.
You knew more than your predecessors.
Yes, but only because of my 2 years experience with Seamus.
Yeah.
And that I was genuinely curious.
But also, and we've talked about this before on the show, like, could you imagine if us now could travel back 10 years in time and be like, oh, by the way, here's the important things about bagpipes?
Well, I've learned a ton in the
Nobody
last 10
knew
years.
shit on the West Coast.
I learned
back then.
so much in 10 years. Well, some of them knew. Like, I bet you Colin Armstrong knew, but nobody was sharing that information.
Well, he was too busy putting on his eyeliner.
Or I don't know which, but either way. Seamus knew, but he didn't know how to explain it in a way that any normal people could understand.
So going back to the AGM thing, because I think this would be, our audience loves when we just break it down emotionally.
Oh, absolutely. Because everything about music
You were
is
emotional about this, man.
When?
The whole process of the AGM.
Oh my God, yes. Incredibly emotional. Because I care. This matters to me.
Yeah, so fucking talk about it.
Well, okay, so the AGM happened. I posted this email. It might be worth posting to the Discord. I don't know. But just let them see what I said. But but I'm not a great speaker, as you well know. But if I have time to like
If it's any
plan it out
consolation,
and think it through,
you're not a great writer either.
I'm okay writer, but I also need some like direction. Like it's all a stream of stream of consciousness.
I read this, and I've known you for a very fucking long time. And yeah, like this came from the heart. I texted you as soon as you posted it, and I was like, "Shit, dude, that must have taken a toll."
Oh yeah, big time. You texted me right away, like that was good. I'm like, it was hard. It was hard to hit send.
Yeah,
and
man.
You're like, no, and I'm like, it took a lot of emotional energy out of me.
It
Like
needed
no,
to
but it
happen.
needed to be said. And because I'm not a great communicator, I am not Ronald Reagan, the great communicator. That's what he was known as. But like, you don't hear it until it's too late. Often with me, which is a problem that I have. There's no doubt about that. Like, I just like give people the benefit of the doubt, and I hope that they figure it out on their own, which is probably a bad mentality as a leader of an organization where you're like, especially a teaching organization, that's what you're supposed to do. And I don't mean like teaching the nuts and bolts of piping. It's about what is this whole thing all about? What are we trying to accomplish here as an organization, as a culture of musical people? And it's like, is it music or is it culture? And I don't mean culture like culture of the organization. I mean like, is it wearing the kilt?
Could you let me know when I can interrupt?
Jump in whenever you want.
So you are, in my opinion, basically halfway on your journey, because you love to say like, oh well, you know, I'm just not a good leader and I don't inspire people, and that's like a thing, and blah, and I'm working on it, and blah blah blah. You're so far along that from when I first met you, it's fucking insane. Like, you're at least halfway to a point to where people would be like, oh yeah, I'd follow that fucking guy. Do you remember when I first met you, what a cold son of a bitch you were?
No.
Yeah. It was wild.
I don't know your perspective. Well, I mean, you've talked shit, but I don't know. As 15-year-old Josh in 2003,
You were, when I first met you, you were basically you were Dexter when I met you.
I'm still that way though. I'm
No,
super cold. People tell
dude.
me that all the time.
You give a shit.
Okay.
You hide it. You hide it.
Oh, I absolutely care, but I hide it incredibly
You
well.
hide it fairly well. I wouldn't say incredibly well, but you give a shit. And
my
you
God,
didn't used to. Like, back in the days when we were just, like, playing rock gigs and doing wet t-shirt contests and whatever. You didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was 20
you
years
were
old.
You were a fucking sociopath.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, nowadays, you give a fuck. Otherwise, you wouldn't be putting the effort in that you do.
Right.
So I think you might have to realize the fact that you've come a little bit of a way. Maybe you're not going to be fucking mother hen, but nobody should be, because that's a stupid role.
Right. I agree.
But you've moved. I've watched it. We've been friends for almost 2 decades.
Yeah, dude, that's a long fucking time.
You've moved.
Let me tell you what.
I think you need to basically just refocus. And, you know, this is a great opportunity, right? Because we're not doing anything for December.
No, nothing. Not until
January. Channeran's not doing anything. Fucking Pipe Band's not doing anything.
Nope.
Fucking center your goddamn chi, bro.
Well, I'm gonna go home and center my chi.
Yeah, that's because that's the most
that's gonna be
stressful environment.
It's gonna be
possible.
it's gonna be really calm and patient.
Don't get me wrong, I love your parents, but
oh, it's gonna be amazing.
if you think that you're in the same place now that you were in like 2009, you're mistaken.
Well, everybody changes, of course. I mean, I'm aware of that, but
Your beard grows proportionally to your caring for other people.
well, that's the thing that kills me is like, I swear to God, and this is eye-opening. People think like I must have malevolent intentions because the resistance is like I'm out for myself, and maybe that's my own interpretation of it. But
If you were out for yourself, you'd be way more successful.
absolutely, because there's so many opportunities to be out for yourself, and I've witnessed people do that. But
No, I'm just saying you would be like more successful and
no, I know what you mean.
rich and
rich,
like,
and yeah, there's opportunities to
you'd
just
have
like
health
tell
insurance.
people what they want to hear, and then
No,
like
if
as
you
in
were, if you were out for yourself, you'd be doing well.
A la Ian Whitelaw.
You would live next door to Ken.
Well, I mean, it's still a Piper. Don't get me wrong, but hold on. So,
Sorry, I was worried about the fact that we had the fan.
you can cut that out.
Yep.
By the way,
Can now.
greatest tip for podcasters everywhere is 1, compression, 2, reduce background noise or noise, whatever they call
Noise
it.
reduction. Yeah, you can do capture noise, print, noise reduction.
Fucking hell, people.
I did that on the Chicago thing I made.
That's so important.
Okay, so we got to close up. AGM aftermath. What's the new plan?
So the plan going forward, and this is what I learned, is sometimes people really want direction. And I've always erred on the side of, like, give them what they want. And I think that maybe this is a learning lesson for me 14 years later, that people want to be directed. So we had a couple resistant people that wanted to have things on the calendar because that motivates them to do something. And my big response to that, because almost, I'd say at least 3, maybe 4 people had that opinion. Like, I want to have a thing on the calendar. Like, Vegas Games, we want to compete. Concert, whatever it was, whatever the various things were. Like, yeah, but like we've done that every year, and guess what? We get sidetracked, we get overwhelmed, and then no actual improvement happens. So what makes me think that next year is going to be any different than every other year we've ever done, right? And nobody really had a response for that other than they wanted to have something on the calendar to work for, which to a certain extent I understand, but I also disagree with. Like, and that could be my own fault. But I think people should be wanting to motivate to be better as a player, and everything else will come to you, right? The reason we ended up in Ireland and could handle what we did was because had solid fundamentals to begin with. If we were any other member of our band at that time, nobody would have been able to pull it off. Not a soul. But because we worked towards that and had that mentality of, and this is the thing that I think service bands do wrong, as a general statement, is we prepare in case something comes up. They prepare when something comes up. That's a huge difference. Huge difference in mentality. And if I'm going to be in charge, I want you guys, you guys, meaning the pipers, drummers, whatever, to prepare so you're ready when it does come up. Because it's coming. We all know the cycle. There's St. Patrick's Day. There's competition. There's other things. There's the funeral that comes up. Whatever it is. I'm all about like being ready for it when it happens, not preparing for it when somebody calls me. And that's a huge difference in mentality, and that's important. And that's essentially what the AGM was all about. And what I kept hammering people with is like, let's be prepared, prove yourself, do the things we ask you to do. Like, and the dojo's all about like, it's all about your long-term growth. It's not a selfish thing. Like, it sounds like Andrew comes across like a fucking snake oil salesman to a certain extent because he hammers you constantly with stuff, right? But the mentality is correct, 100% correct. And I'm not saying this because I work for him. I'm saying this because I believe it, in the sense that like, prepare yourself so you're ready for the things that happen, right? And to me, I might be wrong compared to what you want out of the bagpipes.
Like, you're not wrong.
But that's what I want out of it. And if I'm in charge of an organization, that's what I want my people to believe. And I think that's important. Like, for me, it's all about music. Music is more important than anything. I'm not fucking Scottish, people. I don't know if you know this. As far as I know, I have no Scottish influence at all.
Everybody does.
I just love bagpipes. I love the music. And this is the thing.
It's a fucking fun instrument.
I was gonna joke around. Mike's fuckface called me a couple days ago. He's like, dude, he watched the entire 2 hours of the AGM because we recorded it and posted it, right? And he's like, I watched the whole fucking thing. He's like, dude, you are so consistent in your presentation and your mannerisms. It's remarkable. He's like, you're so dry. He's like, I would have been fucking fired up. I would have been angry at people. I would have been like calling people out. And I'm like,
you can't do that.
He's like, I don't, but I know that. I'm like, I can't like call people out and yell shit. Like, I want you to buy in. I want you to be part of this thing that it's going to be better than anything you've ever been part of.
Can't drag. You got a hook.
You got a hook. But it's like, it's all about consistency. And to my opinion, like what I respond to is consistency of presentation. Always. And I'm poor at presenting this, I think. I'm not good at like saying it over and over and over again because you're an intelligent human being. If I tell you,
thank you.
Well, but if I tell you something, I kind of expect you to, maybe my own detriment, to grab onto that, understand it, and process it, and then take it out the other side to a positive
quickly.
Right? A lot of people don't do that. I'm very bad at understanding that humans aren't naturally that way. Like you do that, I do that. A lot of people do that. Not everybody does that.
So we're both basically fucked.
In a pipe band setting, that might be the case.
Fusco, are you going to give an outro that you can use in you editing this podcast?
Oh, I got to edit this? Fuck. Let's go with final thoughts. Josh, everything I presented here today as the AGM, be 100% honest about, you were there. You witnessed my presentation.
I was.
What is the future of this band? Where are we going? And do you believe in what we're trying to do?
I always believe in what we're trying to do. I don't know what the future of the band is. What I will say is it's going to be up to the individual members to actually fuck to save their species. Close statement.
What I like about that statement, which we've used a bazillion times in the show, fuck your own, save your own species, is we have a method right now that I force them to do that they have to prove it. Like there's an actual system already set up that I don't have to do. You don't have to do. Guess what? I don't do shit. I can sign on a dojo and be like, oh, Cam Drummond said she passed phase 4.
Closing statement. Fusco.
If Cameron Drummond says you passed phase 4, guess what? That's good enough for me. I tell you what, if Cam likes what you're doing, great.
Wait, get a clean cut of a closing.
Was that not clean?
No, you were vamping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Clean close.
Clean close is this. It's important to prove where you're at, what you want to do, where do we want to go. Whether you're a leader, a follower, a pipe major, a piper, a drummer, a drum sergeant, whatever it is, prove it. Prove that you're the pipe major. Prove that you're the pipe sergeant. Prove that you're the piper. Prove that you're the drummer. Prove that you're lead tip. Do the thing that they ask you to do. It's all about the system. That's what's most important.